Hello, praise Jesus Christ, shalom to you. May the peace of God that surpasses human understanding continue to be with you now and forevermore. I want to continue talking about curses, and a curse is not just wishing harm, but it is an actual spiritual force that has legal ground, and it brings frustrations that are repeated frustrations, setbacks, and patterns you can't break on your own. So curse is when there is a spiritual forces, there is a spiritual force that is working against you, and that spiritual force is the force of the devil. It is the devil oppressing us through his demons, through his, because the work of the devil is to kill, steal, and destroy. So when there is a curse is when there was a legal ground, there was a cause, there is something that was done that opened a door to the devil, and that something is sin. There was a sin that was you committed, the sin that was committed by your maybe your people from your generation, your ancestors, your fathers, and then that sin opened the door to the devil, and the devil operates to bring repeated setbacks, frustrations, and to stop us from moving forward. So a curse, there is no curse without a cause. So whenever we see that we have a curse and there is a force that is stopping us, is because there is a door that is opened. So I want us to look at the causes of curses. Number one cause that I want to handle today is dishonoring parents. Dishonoring parents is one of the reasons that brings curses. Exodus chapter 20 verse 12 and Ephesians chapter 6 verse 2 to 3, it says, honor your father and mother, esteem and value as precious. This is the first commandment with a promise that all may be well with you and that you may live long on the earth. So this is a promise that we have to honor, we have to esteem and value as precious our parents, our mothers and fathers, so that we may live long. So if we fail to honor our parents, maybe because of the parents' weaknesses, and this I have come to know the reasons as to why sometimes we clash with our parents, is because you find maybe your parent is a drunkard, your father beats your mother. There is some weakness, and there are some things that your parents they are doing that they are not supposed to be doing, and you are affected by it. As a child, you see that you are interfering with the father, and maybe you do something that dishonors. When there are battles in the family between you and your father, you do something that dishonors your father, that dishonors your mother. That thing, it leaves a curse. Even though our parents are not perfect, but we are supposed to honor them. We are supposed to honor our parents, and we are supposed to, if they are doing things that are not right, we are supposed to look for a way that we are going to handle that thing. Maybe look for someone else to help, to intervene, or maybe prayer, or whatever case. But we are not supposed to dishonor our parents, even though they have weaknesses, even though they are not perfect and they may do things that wrong us. But we are supposed to continue to honor our parents and our fathers and mothers, even when they are wrong, even when they have done the worst. But we must honor our fathers and our mothers, because if we fail to honor our parents, that leaves a curse. If we do not honor our fathers and our mothers, then the opposite is going to be true. It will not be well with you, and we will not live long here on earth. So you see many people, because they dishonored their parents, they are suffering very much. They are suffering. First Timothy chapter 5 verse 8, it says, but if anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for members of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. So here the Bible is talking about providing for the members of our family. So our parents took care of us when we were young, and it is the responsibility of mature children to take care of their old parents. When we fail to take care of our parents, parents in old age, it brings a curse. Because the Bible here, it says that we must provide for our relatives, especially for members of the household. Sometimes you see that God guides you to do something to your father, the father that was unfair to you. Maybe like I like the story of Joyce Meyer. She was sexually molested by her father when she was young, and when the father was old, God told her to take care of her. And she did. So sometimes it is the responsibility of a grown-up child to take care of their elderly parents. If you failed to take care of your elderly parents, that brings a curse. I know of a woman who was suffering, and her husband was not providing for family needs, and that woman's husband was a pastor, and that woman, I know her very well, and she was telling me, since they got married, the husband has never provided. And I was so concerned because the man was a pastor, and the man had the ability to take care of the nanny wife, but he didn't take care of the wife. So when I tried to look for, so that woman, finally I came to realize, because when I asked her, why do you think? Because now she told me, even the husband, the father of the husband, when he was old, the father of the husband came to live with them, and the husband still would not provide for his own father. It was the wife who took care of the father of the husband, because the husband was not providing for her, and the husband was not providing for his father. So when I asked for the story, I knew that there was a curse, because she told me that when the mother, I don't know, the grandmother was old, the children refused to take care of her, and the mother left a curse. So that you find that in that family there is a curse. The men, they do not provide for their families. So you find that people are suffering like that in that family. The women were suffering. The men refused to be the providers, because there was a curse. That mother whom the children refused to take care of her when she was old, she left a curse for that generation. So the women were suffering. So if we do not take care of our parents, they leave us a curse. It is the responsibility of children to take care of the old parents, as it is the responsibility of parents to take care of young children. If we fail to do that, it attracts a curse. According to 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 8, if anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for members of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. So if we fail to take care of our parents, and if we dishonor them, that is a root cause of a curse. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the dishonoring of people who pray for us. People who pray for us, that maybe some people refer to them as spiritual fathers, like we can see in the book of 2 Kings chapter 2 verse 23 to 24. Elijah went from there to Bethel, and while he was going up on the way, some young youth came out of the city and jeered at him, saying, "Go up, you bald head! Go up, you bald head!" And he turned around. When he saw them, he cast them in the name of the Lord. And the 2 she-bears came out of the woods and tore the 42 of the boys. So also when we fail to when we dishonor people who are in authority, we see that these people, they jeered these young men, they jeered Elijah, who was a man of God, and he left a curse on them. So also I believe that when we dishonor the people who are leading us in the spiritual things, also that one can leave a curse. And I know of a family that family, the whole family is a family of preachers. And when I asked the story of why the family is all the family they are preachers, is because the mother used to honor, to provide for the man of God, and the man of God left blessings. Also when we look in the book of 1 Kings chapter 17 verse 9 to 16, the widow of Zarephath honored Elijah with her last meal. God blessed her with her floor with oil that never ran out. So the men of God carry blessings. When we honor them with what we have, they leave us blessings. Even the book of 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 17 to 18, Galatians chapter 6 verse 6, it talks about spiritual leader sharing with us spiritual blessings, so we should also share with them material blessings. So if we fail to dishonor, if we dishonor the spiritual parents also, they can leave us a curse, and if we honor them, they can leave us a blessings. They carry blessings. Spiritual parents, they carry blessings. They can carry a curse depending on how you deal with them. Physical parents, they carry a